Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Debs and this is Silver Violet Flame. Please like the video as you come in and subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate it greatly. This is going to be a pick a pile message from your loved ones in spirit. So just take a minute to think of a number between 1 and 3. You can pause the video if you so wish, but I will put the times in the description box for you as well. Also, everything on my website, apart from my webinars, are half price at the minute for the month of June. So if you would like a reading or a healing from me, just be sure to take advantage for the month of June. I will be doing a Connecting with Loved Ones in Spirit webinar in the end of July. So I will be putting that up within the next week. So you'll have plenty of time. It's over 2 Saturdays. So one Saturday for 2 hours, the next Saturday for 2 hours. Last time we had a great response. Spirit came through really strongly. We had messages for each other. Everyone felt the clairs, the different clairs, the clairsentience, each to their own, experiencing new things. And we were all blown away by how the messages came through and how our loved ones came through. And I was blown away as well because I felt I got an upgrade even with my mediumship skills. And I felt that those on the course did as well. So I'm going to put a few testimonials up for that from the last one, and the date will be set there. So with all that being said, let's begin with pile 1. So this is a message from your loved one in spirit, okay? So I think what we'll do is we will begin with the outbox deck, and then we'll pull some tarot as well. So for pile 1, for all of your loved ones in spirit, could we have a message through the outbox deck? And then we're going to break it down with tarot. Thank you, Spirit, for pile 1. For all watching pile 1. That's the one. Number 4. Is there more to the story? I wasn't the only one affected. Look at who else was involved. Very interesting. Not every story was fully written. Some truths were left between the lines. Bit of a mystery. The song is Give Heaven Some Hell by Hardy. There's more to the story. Okay. Interesting. Let's look into it further. I'm drawn to this deck for you, pile 1. Please, could we have further insight on the card on the table, please, for my pile 1 loved ones in spirit, for those that you're talking to? Why is this message come through? I wasn't the only one affected. Look at who else was involved. Okay, so this is an imbalance. You know, this isn't equal give and take. It's the first card that's come out, the Six of Pentacles. Page of Cups in reverse. This is some kind of disappointment. I feel like this is about money. And this is a difficult choice. I think it's a difficult choice about money and disappointment around the money. Let's ask for a card underneath each one here and see if we can get further insight on it for you, pile 1. Okay, so this is bad planning in regards to, you know, power and domination. Okay. Let's get a card for underneath the Page of Cups. 2 pages, Page of Pentacles. This could be, this is someone young, okay? Because the pages are the youngest in the deck. So this is someone very young. I feel he has made a decision and it has been disappointing. Okay. And again, I wasn't the only one affected. You know, look at who else was involved. Um, my first initial thoughts here were like a young male, someone who perhaps had a sudden passing. That's what I'm feeling. Let's see what the last card is that comes out. Yeah, so the Knight of Pentacles, that's, hard work. So I feel like someone has been very hardworking and they've had to make like a difficult choice in regards to money, the distribution of money in regards to the passing of a male. And for some reason, if it's not two males, it's two people. Okay, let's see if Spirit will give us one card for validation of all of that, please. Another page, yes. So the Page of Swords, he's very truthful and direct, and he studies. And, this Page of Swords is the card of the student. So again, I feel like this is young people, people who aren't very experienced. And now, whether this is about a passing or whether it is about what's going on in your life at the minute, whatever resonates, take that. I'm feeling strongly that it's about a passing, a young person's passing, and that perhaps the whole story hasn't been told. But for those of you that it isn't that, it could be something that's going on in your life to do with a decision that's taken a long time that you don't really know what to do about. You're in like the early stages of it. We have the swords, the pentacles, and the cups here, so it's affecting every part of your life, and you're not really looking at it because there's so much imbalance about it. So the message here is, read between the lines is what they're giving us, and look up the meaning of that song, and you'll get more validation as well. 2 chess pieces on this, and Give Heaven Some Hell by Hardy. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Wands in reverse. So that's boundary issues. That's like being unsure what to do, unsure motives. So that's what we've got for you, pile 1. Let's move on to pile 2 and see what Spirit have got for pile 2. Okay. Okay, Spirit, please move through the outbox and give us some message for my pile 2 in regards to some insight about their lives. An important message for your loved ones in Spirit. An important message for your loved ones in Spirit from my pile 2. So this is, let's see, number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Love doesn't end. It just lives in the moment we shared. What we build in love lasts far beyond our time. And that's your message. I'll stand by you, by the pretenders. Let's see if we can get further insight about that for you. Okay, my pile 2. love doesn't end. Okay, so what else would you like to tell us? Does this all come out? So pile 2, I feel like you've walked away from something. I feel like you're still feeling, they're telling you, you know, that you're still feeling a wee bit stuck, and you're feeling like you can't really pick yourself up and get yourself going in the direction that you want to go, you want to move in. So this is telling you you need to address that, so that they want you to know that. They want you to know that love never ends, and they are always there helping you, and not to feel in despair, because these are all cards of, you know, feeling quite lost. All right, so give me a card for underneath each one, please, Spirit. We can get further insight from your loved ones. The Hangman. So that still is, you know, that's some indecision. The second one. Okay, so this is some recovery and some positive change coming in for you. So this is some mental agility. So I feel like they want to help you take the first step to get out of this. So I have the Page of Swords coming out in regards to recovery, to help you. Another card of recovery, 2 cards of recovery, you know, to help you come out of this darkness you've been in. I feel like you've been in a wee bit of a rut, pile 2. And the 4 of Swords, you know, that's feeling quite, you know, on your own. It's a card of solitude. It's a card of non-action. Let's see what we get for underneath it. Yeah, well, this is, you know, resistance to move forward. Okay. So they're recognizing this with you, and they're asking you to please take action. You know, they're asking you to look at it with that Judgment card there. You know, please, you know, look at this. It's important, because it's causing an imbalance in your life, and it's causing lack of communication in your relationship, and you need to get some clarity about it. They want to help you with that, your loved ones. They're recognizing, you know, that you need to choose happiness. You need to really choose this for yourself, so that the tension, you can be broken. Because I feel a lot of you, you know, are just feeling this is a lot. This is a lot, is what I'm hearing. Okay. They want me to give you pile 2 a message from the universe. Here we go. Your life is about to start to move quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. So you need to turn that Wheel of Fortune card around and start moving with the flow, is what they're telling us. So that's your message from your loved one. They're recognizing where you are. Perhaps a lot of you feel like this is a reading about people, you know, who are grieving and who are missing their loved one a lot. So that's a big message for you, pile 2. So let's move on to pile 3. Again, pile 3. Everything in my website is on half price for the month of June. So check it out if you'd like a reading from me. Everything's half price except for my webinars. I'll be putting a webinar up, and that will be in July, but I will be advertising it. So just put first in the comments box, and everything will be reduced when you go in and look, so I can help you with healing and with readings and basically spiritual guidance, all of the above. Okay, pile 3. Message from your loved one and spirit. What is the message for my pile 3? Got 2 for you. The first one, number 2. The legacy I leave behind is not just in what I did, but in what I meant to you. What we give in love lasts far beyond our time. The song is Hero by Mariah Carey. So it's not just in what I did, but in what I meant to you. And this one, number 2 again. Maybe the number 2 is significant to you. It came out twice. What happened that you didn't see? Someone knows more than they admitted. Watch for slips in their story. Oh, interesting, a bit of a mystery there. Let's break it down with the tarot. What message have you got further for my pile 3, please, Spirit? And your loved ones coming through. 2 of Wands. 4 of Swords. This tells me that you are recovering, okay? That you're ready for the next step. They're telling you it's time to come out of this, that you're ready for the next step. 4 of Wands in reverse. This is, you're in transience, and they're recognizing that. Okay, let's get a card for underneath each one. So you're feeling quite burdened. You're feeling, this is a lot. Page of Swords. So, they want you to be truthful and direct about how you're feeling. They want you to address this, this solitude that you're feeling. And the Emperor in reverse. So, the Emperor in reverse is very controlling. He's like, there's chaos around the Emperor in reverse, and I feel like this is about your home life. They're talking about your home life, and it's as if you're just maybe not looking at it, and they want you to look at it because it's having a burden, a big burden on you. You're holding the burden, and it's just, you're feeling the responsibility of it. You're feeling it's just feeling like it's a struggle. You're just feeling like life is a struggle. But they're telling you, start planning to come out of this, and they're recognizing it for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the card of exhaustion, the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So they're recognizing that you're feeling quite exhausted and overwhelmed. They're telling you that there is recovery coming in for this with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. What else would you like to tell at pile 3? There's positive changes coming in, okay. There's clarity coming in as well for you. So that's good news. And one more, I think. I've got 2. So there's clarity coming in and recovery about these two come out together. It's lack of recognition about someone who's being quite manipulative and controlling in your life. I just have to say it. That's what they're giving me. And, there's a lack of support in your life. So your loved one in spirit is saying you really need to address this. The bottom of the deck, feeling let down, in love. Feeling blocked and, feeling quite disappointed. Yeah. Okay, so let's use the angel deck here and let's see. In fact, I'll use my angel numbers deck for you, pile 3, and let's see what the angels have for you in regards to advice from your loved one. So all the loved ones of my pile 3, could you bring forward some advice to help them through this, what they can do, please. Okay. This one, Shift Reality, 732. Luck is a mindset. Your angels want you to be ready for some lucky breaks ahead. Well, they did tell you that. When you are in a negative mindset, negative forces are attracted to reinforce it. Very true. However, when you feel lucky, forces that reinforce that feeling come in. Take several pauses throughout the day to repeat the mantra, things always work out for me, and simply feel lucky. So they're recognizing that you are feeling very overwhelmed and you're feeling quite burdened, and they want you to use your mindset and mantras, to help yourself come out of that. And I know it's easy for a lot of us to say, but when you change the words you say, when you change your boundaries and how you actually respond to people, it can be so transparent to witness how they actually take a step back and change, because they recognize something has shifted in you and they can't match that anymore. So what they do is they actually look to themselves and think, well, I can't match that. I have to actually look to myself and see what I can do to change to help match this positive mindset. It works every time. I know it sounds easy for me to say that, but believe you me, all this work, it really does have effect on your life. And being positive, using mantras, bringing up your boundaries and not allowing others to treat you in a way that you wouldn't treat them, let's put it that way, um, is paramount. So that's what I've got for you, pile 3. Again, if you'd like some help, everything is half price on my website. I'll be happy to do a reading or a healing for you. Just have a wee look and see what you're drawn to. So that's where I'll end, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.